Hey everyone, welcome back to Unbiased Magic Reviews, your most trusted YouTube magic review channel. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the Viper wallet. So I noticed on one of my videos that the user Magic Muna made a comment that he thought maybe he should have picked up the Viper wallet instead of the Razor wallet. So I thought I would make this video because there's no real definitive review video here on YouTube about the Viper wallet. So let's take a look at it. Okay, so you guys have taken a look at the trailer, and like me, you were probably wondering, why are these guys wearing Guy Fawkes masks in the trailer? I'm going to tell you that there's a very good reason for that, and probably very few people have actually figured that out. So I'll tell you more about that as we go on. So in this video review, I'm going to basically first give you some general information about this Peak wallet. Then I'm going to answer some basic questions I would think you would have. And then finally, we're going to go over the routines that come with this wallet. So let's start with the ad copy. So for your $140, yeah, it's a little pricey. For your $140, according to this box, what you're going to get is you're going to get a gimmick leather wallet, which is, here it is, the Viper wallet. You're going to get video tutorials with 3 exclusive routines. Well, the truth of the matter is that you're actually going to get 4 routines, because when this was put out in May, you have to understand that the wallet originally was made in 2014, but then they updated it and they re-released it in May. They put out a bunch of instructional videos for it, and basically you had 3 routines that were discussed on those instructional videos. But then in July, they decided they were going to add an Easter egg. They wanted to add a secret routine. So basically they give you a hint on their site, and you have to basically figure out a password. If you can figure out the secret password, you'll have access to the extra routine. And I'll tell you more about that as we go along. So the ad copy, let's go over it. So for your $140, you're going to get 85 minutes of instructional video, and that's including the bonus routine. And the ad copy says that any information that's put into the holder, the Viper can be immediately closed whenever you need to. You're able to see clearly and fully what the person has written, and that's exactly true. You can even show the Viper on both sides. There's nothing to fear because there's nothing to see. That is also true. The Viper system gives you a full peek of anything that can be written on a business card, and that's true. The Viper allows you to peek the contents of a folded piece of paper or card, and that is also true. To push things even further, we've made sure that the Viper can give you access to written information for multiple spectators in a single peek. And that's true, although I wouldn't recommend it myself. Viper can be used to load and steal business cards, billets, and playing cards. That's true. It's a natural slimline form factor, can be easily slipped into your jacket or pants pocket. That's true. It's designed to be used as an everyday carry item, so you can carry your credit cards, business cards, and loyalty cards. All that is true. So the ad copy is 100% accurate this time. Surprise, right? And so the wallet itself, let's just go over it basically for it so you can have a look at it. It's got two main peak functions that are built into it. On one side, it has this like crescent half moon cutout for you to put your business card. I actually took out my business card. I'm just going to put this regular card in here because I'm not here to promote myself. I'm here to give you guys a review about this product. So you can put anything you want in there, but it's designed for your business card basically. So the one side has the Viper peak system, which is based on a Larry Becker idea. The other side has the sight unseen case peak feature, which belongs to Mark Strivings. I don't know if they got permission from him to build it into this wallet. Who knows? Nowadays, people just borrow stuff. It does have a nice zipper in the middle, which is kind of neat because it does give you that extra security that the information's really sealed in there. And that works with the sight unseen case feature. So, that's basically what the wallet is. It is strictly a peak wallet. It doesn't really have any other main functions, although you can load and steal out cards or playing cards out of it. So I guess you could do a routine like that if you wanted to. So let's go over some of the questions you probably have about this. So the first question is this, is that how difficult is it to use this? And I'm going to tell you guys, because this probably will answer the question of that guy Magic Muna more than anything, is that this wallet will give you a glimpse of the information. It's not designed for you to sit there and stare at it for a long time. So I think you have to have some proficiency in mentalism to even use the wallet. Whereas the Razor wallet, for instance, I think this is more of a beginner wallet because when you get the peak, you're actually doing something. You're actually taking out a card, and so you could sit there and stare at it for a while as you're pretending to trying to get the card out. Whereas this, you're getting the peak when you move the wallet from one place to another. So when you, like, even just taking the wallet and putting it down, that's when you're getting the peak. So you can't sit there and just stare at it because that's not going to look good. That's going to look weird. So it has to be motivated. Like the main idea is you have the wallet sitting on top of some business cards or something, and then you put their information inside and you move the wallet to get to what's under it. And in that quick moments when you get your glimpse, okay? So you're going to be taught three main ways to use this. One way is like what I said to you, which is basically either you're just taking the wallet and putting it down, or else you're picking the wallet up and moving it, basically for whatever reason. That's the one idea. The other way is that you can get a peek when you're gesturing with the wallet. You're making a gesture, you can get a peek too. And then the third way is you can get a peek when you're putting the wallet in your pocket. Those are the three ways, and I think each way is fine and good. And they do mention you can get multiple peeks from multiple spectators. And what I've done myself is I've had one person draw something, and I would put it into the one side that has the Viper system. And then as I move the wallet, or I would just put the wallet down and give somebody else a card and have them draw something. And then as I move the wallet, I'll get the first peek. Then I'll open it up and I'll have the second person put their information in, and I use the sight unseen feature as I put the wallet away to get the peek on the second person. So you could use it that way to get multiple peeks in real time. So it really is versatile in that way, totally. The other thing is that you can use it to peek folded up information, you know. So that's another good point. That was my only thing I didn't like about the instruction, was they did not teach you how to use it to peek a folded up card or folded up piece of paper. And you'll figure it out on your own. It's very intuitive. It took me like 10 minutes to figure it out on my own, just playing with it. I saw exactly how to use it. So that way you could have somebody draw something on a business card. You can have them fold it in half, and then you could just slip it in there, and then you can get your peek. So it definitely is not difficult to use in that way either. And like I had said before to you guys, the only other wallet that's a peek wallet that I've seen that you can do that with is the Blind Man's Wallet, but this is designed to be like a real wallet. So let's go over a couple of other questions that you probably have, which is that has this been done before? I told you guys that it's based on a Larry Becker idea, but he used an envelope, and basically they took his idea and they built it into a wallet. How does it compare with other methods? I'm going to tell you guys that I think that it is a very strong method, but would you say that it's better or not than other methods? I think that that's up to the person who's using it. I tell you guys this, if you want to compare it to the Razor wallet, what's the big differences? This is $140, this is $40. This is going to last a lot longer than this is. When you get your peak, that's up to you. I mean, the big advantage of this is that you put the information inside and you never have to open this again. That's the advantage. But then again, with this, you're just sliding it in there. There's nothing to open because it's just one little tiny thing. You see what I mean? This is more portable. So for me, sometimes I like to carry this because this doesn't weigh anything compared to this, because this is real leather. This is kind of heavy. So it has its pluses and minuses. There's always advantages and disadvantages. It's up to the person who's performing. So that's something you will want to think about. The angles on this are great. The angles are wonderful. You're just getting a glimpse for a second, so the angles are really good. Can this wallet be examined? I don't think so. Other people say that it can, but I don't really think it can, because I think somebody might accidentally stumble on the secret if you let them play around with it a little bit. So I don't think besides, why would you? You just take it out to take out your business card, you use it, you put it away. So the videos, the teaching is pretty good. It comes in French and English. And the 85 minutes of teaching, it's a bunch of demos and explanations. There's an introduction that goes over all the functions of the wallet, except they don't teach you how to peek a folded up card. They don't teach you that. But it's not a big deal. I'm telling you guys, you'll figure it out in 2 seconds. It's actually really easy. And then you're going to get those routines, and then there's a conclusion where they go over some just ideas at the very end. And then they tell you about the secret routine at the very, very end. They give you a hint about it. So let's go over the routines so you have some idea of the routines that come with this wallet. I think that the routines are really good. The first routine is called Kids, and that is a drawing duplication routine where you introduce a piece of paper as a prediction. They draw something, you put it away in your wallet, then you take another business card and you're supposedly drawing something, but when they look at your drawing, it's just a bunch of numbers. But what's surprising is when they open up the folded piece of paper, there's a bunch of dots with numbers. And so you basically tell them it's connect the dots, and you have them connect the dots based on their numbers, and the picture that's drawn matches what they drew. So it's a clever idea. Personally, I wouldn't use it myself, but maybe somebody would like it. Not my kind of routine. The second routine is called Any Person at Any Number. And that routine, I think it's interesting. It uses a deck of cards. And so basically you have a person think of someone, and you have them think of a playing card. It also does use dual reality, I'll tell you that. And you have them select a card, and then you write on it the name of the person they're thinking of. And so interestingly, it's the card that they selected and the name on it matches. So that's basically what it is. The reason why it's called any person at any number is because the way they select the card is that you're dealing the cards down, and then they're telling a story, and then when they stop telling the story is when you stop dealing, and then the card they stopped at is the card they're thinking of. That's why it says that. It's an interesting routine for those people that perform a lot with cards. You might like it. I didn't like their handling of the cards, the way that they try to teach you a card sleight. I don't think it's good. But these guys are not really into cards. You could tell they're really more just into mentalism. The third routine is called Enlightenment, and that was my favorite one of the 3 that they give you there, because that routine, it uses an UV principle, and I really thought it was great because it makes it seem like you influence the spectator. You tell them that you want them to do a drawing, you show them a card, and then they do a drawing on it, and then you supposedly are going to try to emulate their drawing, but your drawing's totally off. But then later on you show them that there was actually a drawing there before you began, and you show them with UV light, and it matches the one that they drew. So it looks like you actually you influenced them to draw what they drew. So I thought that was a very clever and original idea. And then let's talk about the bonus routine real quickly.
We hope you liked it, and congratulations again for finding the secret page. Hope to see you soon for some other products. Thank you.
So the bonus routine is only accessible if you can figure out the secret password. They give you a hint at the end of these videos, like at the very bottom of the page where the videos are, there's a very vague hint. And the hint is extremely vague. So I will give you guys my hint. If you take a look at that and then you watch the trailer a couple of times, you put those together, you'll be able to figure out what the secret word is that they're trying to come up with, okay? And it took me about a half an hour to figure this out. This is what's really interesting, is that today I actually checked those videos, and all of these instructional videos have been watched more than 60 times by people since May, right? But what's really interesting is that this secret routine, only one other person other than me has watched it, because there's only one other view on those videos. So it goes to show you that a lot of people haven't figured this out. And probably a lot of people didn't even realize there was an extra bonus routine. So it's too bad they didn't just include this, because I thought the routine was really good. The routine, it takes somebody else's mental routine, but they turn it into like a prediction effect. And I thought it was very cleverly done and worth the 30 minutes I spent trying to figure out the password to gain access to it. I think that if you pick this up and you listen to what I'm telling you, you'll be able to figure out the password yourself, and then you'll be really satisfied when you do. It's not that difficult, but it's going to take a little bit of thought. You know, you have to watch that trailer, because that trailer does tell you right there. The trailer and the hint together will tell you what you need to know. All right, so that's basically the routines you're going to get. I thought the teaching was really good, even though these are French guys, they don't really speak English. I thought that they did a good job explaining stuff. And I think that this wallet definitely is top notch. If you ask me, would I buy this again? Yes, I definitely would. And the reason is because I like the peak that it has in it, and I like that you can put a folded up piece of paper in it. I really like that a lot, because that's pretty unique compared to other types of peak wallets. When you compare this to, for instance, like the Pantera is like a piece of junk compared to this, because the Pantera, the quality is just garbage almost compared to this, and the Pantera is like $100. So it's a lot more, it's expensive too, so it's not something that you would even think about picking up. The Pantera has just one simple peak in it, and it looks almost the same when you think about it. It's not half the wallet that the Viper is. So I think that the Pantera is definitely not a good choice when you compare it to the Viper. Now, in terms of, for instance, the Stealth Assassin is just a little bit bigger than the Viper, and the Stealth Assassin, it does have the sight unseen case feature to it, which is the peak that I've used for years with it. I almost exclusively only use the sight unseen case feature with the Stealth Assassin, because I didn't want to have to reopen the wallet to get a peak. A lot of Mentalism wallets, to get the peak, you have to reopen the wallet, and I didn't like that, which is why I liked the Stealth Assassin, because you didn't have to reopen it, because in the act of putting it in your pocket, you would get the peak. So in terms of which one of these is better, I don't know if you would say one really is necessarily better than the other, because the Stealth Assassin does have an index built in and this one doesn't. This one is definitely more portable than the Stealth Assassin. Price-wise, they're almost the same price. I mean, I think that the Viper is just like $20 more expensive. So, and there is a sight unseen case feature built into the Viper along with the Viper system. So if you're looking for just a pure peak wallet, I would have to tell you guys the Viper hands down is better. I think it's just better than the Stealth Assassin. Although I use the Stealth Assassin still to this day without any issues with it, because I do really like it. I don't think that there's anything wrong with it. It's definitely stood the test of time. So, and just like it, I mean, these are genuine leather wallets. They're going to last a really long time. They probably outlast you. That's the reality of it. The only other wallet here that's a pure peak wallet that's similar that I will compare it to maybe is the Blind Man's wallet. The Blind Man's wallet has the ability to use a folded up piece of paper, folded up card to peak. That's obviously that's the main issue of it. And it looks like a wallet because it actually has like a space for billfolds in it. So it really looks like a wallet, and you could put a folded up card in here and peek it. So this is a lot bulkier though. This is a lot bulkier. So I think that if you're just looking for a peak wallet, I would say maybe the Viper is better than the Blind Man's wallet, you know, because this thing, it's just not as well made. It's kind of cheap. I don't think it's going to last half as long as the Viper wallet. So I'd have to give the vote for the Viper wallet over the Blind Man's wallet. So that's just my own opinions about this stuff and some comparisons for you guys. I hope that this video is useful to you, and I hope that you have learned something about it. And for that user, Magic Muna, who was thinking maybe they should have picked up the Viper wallet, I guess it would be up to you. I mean, keep in mind that this is $140, but if you're going to be using it all the time every day and you don't mind that you're going to have to get the glimpse very quickly, then maybe this is something that you might think about picking up. I don't think that the Razor wallet is a bad investment, and I'll be honest with you, anybody who's serious about mentalism, I think you should just own both, especially since the Razor wallet's only $40. It's definitely great to have. And I think it's just an extra thing. You should just have it. I don't think that it's something, I don't think one necessarily, I don't think you could say like that, oh, well, the Viper just is so much better. You know, I think that they're totally different and they have a totally different type of peak. So I would just say that they kind of complement each other. And I think having both is great because then you can perform things for the same people in different ways. And that's why I would say that I think that they're both things you should think about investing in. So this is my review for you guys. I welcome any questions or comments. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Sorry that this video is so long. I just wanted it to be thorough. If I didn't answer your question, please just leave it below. And thanks again for tuning in. I'll see you guys on the next review.